Hello everybody and Happy New Year. Today I'm going to show you in this Crafternoon Tea how to make your own little memory jar of all positive things that have happened to you in the year 2022. So what you're going to need is a jam jar, an empty one. You can paint it if you'd like to, or you can leave it plain, it's entirely up to you. And then we're going to need coloured bits of card or paper. And what we're going to do is every time something good happens to us, we're going to write it on a piece of paper and put it into this jar. And then on New Year's Eve, we're going to look back at all the good things that have happened in the year 2022. So follow me through step by step and I'll show you how to make one for yourself. And don't forget to share your little jars of happiness with us. Hope you enjoy making this craft. Okay, so first of all, we're going to need a jam jar. You're going to need to give it a good rinse out, get the label off and make sure it's nice and clear. Doesn't matter what size or shape, any will do. You need it fairly big because you're going to need to put all your little cards in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint a random design. I'm going to do sort of like a starry. Take a little while because you'll need your paint to dry in sections. That's how it's looking so far. So I want it to be quite bold and bright and colourful, but I still want to be able to see my little pieces of paper and card in amongst it. So I'm not going to cover the whole jar, but you can do whatever design you like. I'm using acrylic paint, but you can use whatever paint you've got. Just different paints will give you a different covering. You could probably use permanent pens as well. So that's my base first of all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it to dry for a minute and join me and I'll show you how to finish it off. See you in a sec. Now this is dry, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint the year on there. So I'm going to write in white paint 2022. So to make sure I'm in the middle, I'm going to do the O and the 2 first. So there we go, I've got 2022. Nice and bold. So the next stage is I'm going to pop the jar to the side for a minute. I'll leave it here so you can see it in view. And then I've got 3 different sheets of coloured paper. It doesn't have to be coloured, but I think the brighter the better. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut strips of it off, big enough that I'll be able to write on it, but not too big because we want to be able to fit it in our jam jar. I'm going to do this multiple times, but I'm just going to cut them into threes. So I've got 3 strips of paper here, and then on the back it's white. And I'm going to do the same with 2 other colours, but you're going to want to make quite a few strips because hopefully there's going to be lots of positive things that happen this year that you're going to want to remember. So again, cut one there, cut one there. It's personal preference what size you want to do them, but I think that's big enough that you can write on it, but not too big. So, if you had a big jar, you could collect different little souvenirs like shells from the beach and stuff like that, of little trips you've done and tickets, and if you wanted to have a bigger jar, but this is just a little jar that most people will have around their home that they can fill with positive things that have happened throughout the year, or nice moments, or nice things that have happened to you or been said or anything like that. So the idea now is that I've got these different bits of coloured paper. So on the reverse I would write something positive that's happened along here. So I'm just going to write birthday, for example. With family. Like so. And then what I'll do is I'll fold it up a few times over, and it will just become this little piece of paper. And then I'll open my jar. It's still a little bit wet, so I'm just being careful. And I'll put it in there. And then throughout the year, so I'm just going to fold a few of these up so you can see. Hopefully I'll fill it with all different positive things that have happened and nice things. And then when it comes to New Year's Eve in the year 2022, I can open it up, have a little read, and remember all the good things from the year. You don't have to fold them, you could roll them and put little bits of string around them. It's entirely up to you. Now put my lid back on. You could decorate the lid as well if you like, but then this is what my little memory jar of the year 2022 will look like. So there'll be lots of different pieces of paper in there, and I'll get them all out on New Year's Eve and read them back, and as a nice little memento. So have a go yourself, get creative, design your own jar, and you could even make your own paper and stuff like that, or fill it with little souvenirs. And I hope you enjoy making this craft, and I can't wait to hear all your good memories at the end of the year. Take care, bye for now.